on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sloppy Saturdays. And today we have a very interesting, different type of episode to go over with you guys. We are talking about Jake Retzlaff. Jake Retzlaff, a standout quarterback at BYU the last 2 years. A guy that I talked about numerous times on this channel that I feel like is not properly rated in college football. We look at his season last year. He absolutely tore it up for his team. You're talking about 11-2 in conference. Unfortunately, with BYU's schedule, they were not able to make the Big 12 championship game, which could have led them to make the college football playoffs. But again, he led them to an 11-2 record. He also played Colorado in the Alumni Bowl, and they absolutely blew the brakes off them as well. Jake Retzlaff, a guy that I think is super talented when it comes to extending plays, decision-making. I think he's a very underrated quarterback in college football. But news has came out recently that Jake Retzlaff has broke BYU's honor system code. Now, there also was a sexual assault allegation charged to him as well. Now, everybody knows we love to talk about college football, but not only that, we love talking about what is on the field for college football. When we break down teams, player analysis, that's what this channel truly specializes in. But sometimes when you're covering college football, along with all sports, there is a real life aspect to these players that you have to go over sometimes. Now, again, it is very hard to go over something like this. I am going to give my true opinions on the whole entire case because, again, I pride myself in this channel to be upfront and honest with you guys and tell you guys what I think. Again, I'm not going to say anything that's going to get me canceled. I'm going to try to stand politically correct on everything here. And I just want to let you guys know, before we dive into this as well, we accept all beliefs, all way of lives on this channel. Even though there may be some stuff time to time you may not agree with me with, we accept all beliefs, all religious beliefs, all political beliefs on this channel. Anyway, now that all of that was said, let's get into this whole situation with Jake Retzlaff. Now, Jake Retzlaff, it came out a day or two ago that he got charged with these sexual allegations, these sexual assault allegations. Since the time of this video, this sexual assault case has been dropped. Now, the first thing I have to say about this sexual assault case is that I think there should truly be severe consequences for somebody charging a sexual assault case falsely. Like, the stain that this puts on somebody's name, regardless of if it's true or false, even if it's false, it puts a huge stain on this person's name. And for somebody like Jake Retzlaff, who's going to have to go into other jobs now, transfer out, and this is going to be the first question asked, this is a huge stain. Now, getting into Jake Retzlaff, he still has to transfer out regardless that this is false because he broke BYU's honor code. BYU's honor code, if you guys don't know, everything it entails completely is against premarital sex and a couple of other things. Now, for Jake Retzlaff, I'm going to make sure I say what I say correct. When you talk about Jake Retzlaff in a way of life, if this sexual assault case is not true, which it's pretty much 100% confirmed it's not, from a way of life standpoint, I don't think this guy did anything wrong. He didn't break a law. Premarital sex, not breaking a law. Again, as a person, I don't judge him. But when this guy committed to BYU, he knows the code. He signed up for a lifestyle when committing to BYU. Now, he decided to break that code. So there is consequences. Regardless of if you agree with BYU's honor code or not, he signed up for it and he broke it. So now he has to face the consequences. Again, do I live my life by BYU's honor code? No. Do I fault Jake Retzlaff in any scenario? I don't walk in his shoes. I don't know what it's like to be a quarterback in a big campus. But you have to live and die by the sword. He signed up for BYU and everything that goes along with it. He did this. There is consequences if he were to get caught, and he was to get caught. So again, Do I judge him? No. But he signed up for this and he broke the code. Now, again, do I think there is hundreds, even thousands of people that played at BYU that, again, disobeyed their honor code and didn't get caught? Yes, 100%. It's people. It's an honor code. People are bound to break it. But again, if you get caught, you better be prepared for the consequences. And now he is. So regardless that this sexual assault case was false, he's transferring out now. And very similar to Nico Iumeulava and a couple of other people we talked about, Jake Retzlaff is going to go into a worse situation. Again, it's just the timing, the transferring out. And now for other teams, if you're looking at Jake Retzlaff and all these conferences, media days are coming and everything along with it. But not only that, he only has 9 weeks to really prepare. Even though Jake Retzlaff is a redshirt senior, he's a guy with a lot of college football experience. He could come into a program and learn their playbook pretty easily and in time for the college football season. It is going to be a challenge. And if you're another team, you really have to look at Jake Retzlaff and say, hey, this guy's a significant upgrade. Now, do I think Jake Retzlaff is going to be a starting quarterback going into the college football season? Yes, I do. I really believe in this guy's talent. But not only that, the transfer portal and the immediate ability to transfer and teams that need a quarterback, I think somebody's going to pick him up for sure. Because like I said again, I don't think Jake Retzlaff did anything wrong in the grand scheme of life. But again, BYU's honor code, very different from other schools. Now, what I think is going to happen for Jake Retzlaff is he's either going to go to a bottom feeder in a Big Four conference, in another Big Four conference, or he's going to go to an up-and-coming program in a smaller conference that is a powerhouse that's looking to transfer into a bigger conference in the next 2 years. So a couple of teams that I thought of Cal, I thought of Wake Forest, I thought of Purdue, and then maybe if he wants to go to like a powerhouse in another conference, a team like Texas State that's on the rise as well. So those are situations I think Jake Retzlaff could transfer in. Now, again, like I said, this whole scenario brings a huge stain on his name because not only that, even in just a more simpler aspect, this guy agreed to something and broke it. So I get it. We're all human. But that's going to be the first question that programs ask him when he's transferring. Like, this guy was supposed to be honest about something, and he broke it. So, again, I don't fault Jake Retzlaff if these sexual assault allegations are a fault, which I do believe they are. I don't walk in his shoes. I don't live in the BYU's honor code. But at the end of the day, like I said, he committed to BYU. He knew the honor code. He decided to break it, knowing that if he get caught, there is consequences, and now he has to face the consequences. That wraps up this episode of Sloppy Saturdays. Again, a very different style episode for us, an episode that we are not used to making, things outside of the field of college football, but these do come around time and time again. That wraps up this episode. Give me your thoughts down below on where you think Jake Retzlaff could possibly transfer to. And Sloppy Saturdays is out.